Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 2, Straight Outta Excuses. And we straight out of time. Let's go ahead and just jump into it because the video already laid. Now, if you're new here, if you're not new here, either way, check out my other content. Be sure to do all the things like, comment, share, and subscribe. It will help me out a ton and I would truly appreciate it, okay? So let's get into it. Scrappy is performing. And he said he wasn't feeling like the man at home. He was like, your wife got to make you feel like the man. And Bambi wasn't making me feel like that. So I had to go find it elsewhere. How are you going to say last week Bambi was sabotaging you, but then you confirmed that you a cheater, pumpkin eater on this episode? I don't understand. Child. So he go outside and he texts his ex Diamond. She like, hey Daryl. That's how you know they go way back. Now they definitely got history, but he's still a married man, and I don't like when people be messing with people that's married. I don't like that. But that's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all feel like, oh well, he's separated, so it's fine? I mean, she just filed at this point. So Shekinah visits Spice. Spice has an attitude because she feels like her friend should have been in DR to visit her. And she kind of said she called, but Mita wouldn't give her the information. And I ain't going all the way to DR, and I don't know where I'm supposed to be going now, okay? So Spice really doesn't believe it at first because she like, no, why wouldn't Mita give you the information? Even Carly Red came to visit me, and we wasn't even speaking. But they hug it out, they talk, and Spice believes her, and I can tell they really real friends in real life. But Lord, they be bickering all the time, okay? So we see Chaotic, and he's having an event, a listening party, and he's flirting with everybody per usual because that's all he do. But his friend Amy, he's introducing Amy. Now, I believe Amy had a real popular YouTube channel. I really didn't keep up, but I know, it was a big deal when her boyfriend broke up. I do know that. So he introduces Amy to Mama D. Mama D was like, oh, you got you a bad one. That PIMP always be coming up out of Mama D. Like, it's always, it ain't on you. It's in you, okay? But Amy said, we just friends. We flirt, but we never cross the line. Um, I would hope not, because wasn't she in a long-term relationship? But whatever. Mama D immediately, like, they don't even get comfortable yet before she started telling, gossiping, telling the business, running her mouth about Scrappy and Bambi and their divorce and Diamond possibly being pregnant. And it's like, Mama D, I heard back in the day when Love and Hip Hop was new, like before the first season even premiered, I heard that Diamond was supposed to be on the show. She was supposed to be on the show. But, her and Mama D wasn't really getting along, and so she didn't end up being on the show. I don't know. We gotta like dig into that. See, the stuff was more interesting back then when we was just wondering. We didn't really know. Now with the blogs and stuff, it's not really, the tea kind of cold. Like it's chilled. It ain't hot like it used to be. That was back in media takeout times. So Amy, she ain't with the Scrappy, spinning the block with Diamond. Meanwhile, Scrappy on the other side of the event acting like an HOE. And even Safari seems appalled. He like, not you talking about you got a high sex drive and all that. What? And Scrappy like, it's the audacity. Like, pot, meat, kettle. Like, how you going to talk about me? You got a nerve because you was doing the same thing in your marriage. But Safari said in his confessional that he and Erica are cool. They in a good place. Does Erica know this? Is Erica aware? Because I don't think she know. I don't think she got the memo. So Chaotic introduces Amy to EB. We know we calling Erica Banks EB because it's two Ericas, even though we didn't see the original Erica from the show on this episode. So they discuss women rappers having a hard time in this industry and saying for a long time it was like only one rapper. And, every time they be saying that, we know what they implying. Because I think the female rappers is coming together, forming some type of unity. So, I think things are starting to make a shift. But, it was like that for a very, very long time. Amy said Rennie Rucci stole her song. I just don't understand why Rennie Rucci is a part of the cast. I don't. It's not doing nothing for her career. She's not interested. Like, I just really don't see the point. But anyway, she said she stole her song and Rennie Rucci was being problematic. Seems like Rennie Rucci just may be a problematic individual anyway. But we'll see. Time will tell. So Chaotic premieres his new single, and it's giving old school love and hip hop when they used to actually perform. Was he listening to the music? No, but still. So Bambi is in LA. She's filming a music video. I wish she would hang it up flat screen. If she would just model. I used to say the same thing about Sierra. Like when Sierra was trying to like come out with this new music and it just wasn't hitting like it used to. Like if you would just model. I think Bambi would be a great model. I just wish she would leave this rap career alone. So Sierra's supposed to be in the video, but she said she got to go back to the ATL because her daughter Paris and Eric is they getting into it at the house, like they going at it. And Sierra said Eric is very insecure and jealous, and he calls her everything in the book, everything but a child of God. So Sierra shares that she and Eric are already legally married, but she's making an exit plan. She's planning on moving out. I just don't see like why did they sneak off and get married? Like what we need a little bit more to the story. She said she kept it a secret because she knew it wasn't right. Honey, then you should have got it annulled. But I guess for a storyline, okay. So Spice is rehearsing with her dance instructor. He telling her to get low to the flow. She don't need to get low. She need to go lay down somewhere. But she kind of steps on the scene and she is like, look, she is not ready. Spice was like, I need to push myself. You don't tell me what to do. And she kind of said, are you trying to push yourself back to the hospital? Okay, she got a point, period. So Spice said, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm not dealing with this. Teach her how to dance so she can get a man. I said, I hope. Spice, where's your man? What happened to that man you had? Huh? He should have been by your side while you. Oh, that's. Okay. That was low. I didn't have to take it there. Never mind. So, side note, Shekinah's wig looks good. Does she still do hair? I know she used to be Tiny's hairstylist back in the day. Is she still doing hair today's date or no? So Evie and Amy link because they the two new girls on the scene and they got a link. But they're both performing at South by Southwest. I haven't heard of it, but I'm assuming it's a big event. I think it's in Texas. Are the unnecessarily long past the eyebrows to the eyelashes, baby hairs, Erica Banks' signature look? Why are her baby hairs covering up her eyelids? I don't understand. Every scene they get longer and longer and longer and longer. She has baby hairs that go way back to the ancestors. It's ridiculous. Okay. So Amy mentions her family. I guess we'll be seeing them. And she also talks about Mama D running her mouth, telling the business like she always do. Ain't nothing new, child. They've been doing that before you got here. So Spice friend Angel, she at the house, and she telling her pretty much that Mita is shady. Spice also feels like Carly Red is fake. That's old news, honey. I mean, and again, like, okay, tell us something we don't know. So we see Sierra and Eric, and this is where it gets interesting. They get to fussing. Eric says, look, because first he's like, you get any food for me? And she was like, well, you bought food for me, so why would I have food for you? The way the scene started off just didn't even make no sense. It was downhill from there. So he like, you show love to everybody but me. And then he says she's in his confessional, she shows love to her business and her children, but she don't show love to him. Now a lot of people was like, how you gonna say she showed love to her children? How she gonna when kids come into the picture, it changes everything. Even when it's the man's child, how many times have we heard about men getting jealous like because their wives are giving their newborn babies like all the attention and they're not getting it anymore? It really is a thing. But my thing is, he knew she had children when he got with, like, what? She was like, look, it was fine when you got with me, Mason, her son was living with his dad, and her oldest child, Paris, her daughter, was living with her. She was 17, so she was like, she was older, she wasn't in the way, so, it was just us pretty much. Now that Mason's back in the house, it's an issue, and you having a hard time adjusting. And he like, you should have sat us down in the family as a family and said, this is what we gonna do, and not just sprung this on me. And I seen people complaining again. Why should she have to do that? That's her child. She should just bring the child in here. Yes, but she still should have told him, like, look, my son coming to live with us now. Like, he shouldn't just walk through the door and the boy was there. Like, what's going on? So, but he also is jealous of them kids. It's clear as day. He is jealous. He really don't like them children, and that's a problem. If you don't like my children, honey, you don't say you love me. If you don't love my children, ain't no way. Because if you love me, you love everything that comes with me. You don't gotta like everything about me or every single, but you're gonna love my. Those are my children. They came from me. They are a part of me. If you can't love them, then you don't got no business being up in here. And I definitely wouldn't be leaving my children in the house with him alone. So Eric said, because she was like, you never wanted anybody with kids. On both ends, I just don't understand. Because if you knew that, why are you with him? And if he knew that, then why? Because all this, oh, I fell in love with her and that's why I proposed anyway. Why did you ever talk to her? When people be like, oh, you can't help who you fall in love with, that is BS. That don't even make no sense. If I don't want someone with children, I would not even approach anyone with children. I wouldn't even entertain. I wouldn't get your number, go on no date with you. I don't want to get to know you, nothing, because I don't want people with children. If that's how he feel, if he feel like he don't want nobody with children, then don't date nobody with children to even get to the point of falling in love. It didn't make no sense. So she said, "Look, you can get with one of them who don't got no kids. Good luck, cause at his age, it's gonna be hard to find. But I mean, it's a few out there." She was like, "I'm always gonna be Sierra Gates," and he was like, "That's not even your last name. That's your ex-husband's last name." And now she like, "Oh, you feel away. You always bringing up Scooter, this and that." I would feel away too if I'm your husband and you saying that you always gonna be your ex-husband's last name. What's going on? I do see, but I'm gonna try to not pick sides, but I'm leaning more. Last season, I was like, Sierra girl. Now I'm like looking at Eric sideways because not jealous of the children, but they both played a part. This didn't make no sense. Sierra knew better. She didn't really want to do it. She said last season she didn't want to do it. She shouldn't have did it. I don't know why he was pushing the issue either because he didn't want to do it either. This whole relationship made absolutely no sense. Was he just trying to be on TV? Nothing else really makes sense. I don't know. I'm just asking the questions because nothing else makes sense. Then he want to have children and stuff. Her kids is grown. Like, they almost grown. I think Paris is legally grown now. So, yeah. But, I mean, they did what they want to do. You got to pay the consequences. Sierra does have it because now he gonna throw it up in her face. It's you. You're the problem. Like he said to her, you always had the same track record because you always want to do it your way and you have these failed relationships. Yes, but he played a part. Well, if you feel that way about her, why you get with her? Why you approach her? Why you go out, buy a ring, propose, go down to the altar for what? I don't understand it. I don't know. This should have never happened. And I'm not no advocate for people getting divorced, but the couples that are divorcing should be divorcing. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget now. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.